So just a quick rundown on this post. It's written by Sally, who is from neatfreakme.com, and she is a JezWeb client, and she is also amazingly talented with Facebook, and pretty much, I would say, her primary business success and her initial start out in business has been on Facebook. So she knows what she's talking about. It's not just kind of made up. She does read a lot, of course, but all the things that she talks about and promotes are things that have worked for her on her Facebook page too. Now, I'm not a huge Facebook user myself, but it's important if you're running a business where your customers are on Facebook that you do make the best use of your time possible. And that's where something like some of this advice comes into handy. If you're just going to post things on Facebook randomly, then okay, do that. But with a little bit of fine tuning, you might get a better effect from your Facebook work. So I'll just skim through what these tips are and then start reading and enjoy. So tip 1 is pick the right time of day. And that usually means people that are on Facebook in the evening. And so go for it. In the evenings, if you're on your iPad or something, do some Facebook updates then. The second tip is catchy headlines. Now, newspapers have known that for decades, if not hundreds of years, and your Facebook posts should not be an exception. You do need to get people's attention within seconds, unless they just love you and then they'll read anything you write, but most people don't have that luxury. Okay, tip 3, use awesome images. Right, if you are a gifted photographer, or you are fantastic in Photoshop, or you're just a hilarious cartoonist, then you can probably do your own graphics and have a great success with it. If not, you'd be well worth having a look at Canva, which is an Australian startup, and it makes it quite easy to compose quite neat graphics. It makes them in the right shape and size for Facebook, and lots of other things. Go and have a look at Canva, even if you don't use it. It's kind of fun to play with. Tip 4, post awesome content. Okay, well, let's just say if you be boring and you just post things like specials and, I don't know, the stationery supplies you bought that day or something. If you really need to be as interesting as possible. And remember, Facebook's a conversation. It's not the place where you punch out a special and advertising every day. Some great tips in here. You need to be reading this. Okay, and I put in an example of one that we did not that long ago and a bit of metrics in there. Okay, tip number 5, include a call to action. Right, do we all know what a call to action is? It's when we say, click here now to buy or something. Okay, so you need to give people something to say, something to do, something to reply to. So it's really no... Okay, so if you make a Facebook post, which is like a statement and just says, this is a product, or this is a product we sell, what am I going to do? How do I reply to that? However, if your Facebook post has a question, which is like, where could you use this product in your home? Or how would this work in your business? Or have you ever had this problem? So you need to engage to get a question or a response, something that will get them clicking onto your website maybe. A call to action on a website sometimes is like how to buy something or a quick sell, but on Facebook it could also be part of the conversation. Okay, tip number 6, use the hot thread tactic. Right, so pretty much Facebook has a ranking algorithm, and if there's nothing happening on your Facebook posts, they pretty much never get seen. So you need to like them, you need to get maybe your staff to come and like them, get some willing friends and volunteers or family, people who will go to your Facebook page and like it for you. That would be great. The more the better. And getting them commenting even as well. So those initial comments can have a big impact on whether it gets seen more or not, because it's Facebook uses it as a way of measuring whether the post is interesting or not. Okay, tip number 7, post daily. Now, okay, so weekly would be the minimum posting for Facebook, and if that's all you do, okay, you can live with that. Daily's even better. If you can do a daily post, good idea. Try for that. You will get seen more often. Okay, here's the pitch. We've got a free Facebook guide coming out. And if you want to do a social optimization strategy with Sally, then you can have a talk to her about that. And really, what's Facebook all about? It's about communicating. So jump on your Facebook page, say something useful, say something interesting, post a video, a picture. Try not to be boring. Bring the humanity out. Facebook is not the place where you put your classified ad promoting your service. It is a place where you have engaging, interesting conversations with people, hopefully who become customers. Okay, enjoy the post.